The power of borrowing. He knew the problem. Now, I'm a dentist. I'm a businessman. I've seen now, coming on my 5th year, the inactivity and the inability of Congress to balance our budget. So here's the next possibility. Next one. A compact for a balanced budget, a limited compact for an Article 5. 15 members joined me in 2015 for the original 13 for an Article 5. Alaska and Georgia have already joined. There's 2 others that have joined. There are 8 others starting to join. Here's what happens, why this is important. I don't want a full-blown Article 5 because you have a window of opening everything. What we need to do is show the American people that we can make changes, make them stealth-like, and keep it confined, that we have the advantage. This is a compact. What is a compact? A compact is an agreement each state has with each other. What this takes is a simple majority by Congress to introduce it, as a simple majority will not require the President to sign it at all. Once it gets a majority, this will be, the first one will be a balanced budget amendment that requires a majority, 26 states, that if the government wants to raise the debt ceiling, they would have to get 26 states to agree before they could do that. Okay? Isn't that an interesting aspect? Here's how it starts. It goes through, it's passed by both the House and Senate by a simple majority. It then goes out to the states. When 3/4 of them actually affidavit or agree to it, there's a quick convention to agree to the language that's already established that cannot be changed, and it becomes a constitutional amendment. That's something that we can hold Congress accountable for. Okay? So we're living outside the box. Nick Dranius has been very, very helpful for this. We've also had some gentlemen from Texas and a number of other places. So when you see this, this is something to be worthwhile and get our budget aspects under grasp. Next one. Here we go. The first thing that we do is get our budget, our finances under order, and that will help us. Makes it by we the people instead of we the Congress. Next one. That's how you can reach me, okay? So we covered a lot of ground here. I think the next 18 months are going to be extremely difficult because you got a president out of control. He's got the willpower and an attorney general that is second to none. I'm going to share one more thing with you. I am one of the gentlemen trying to hold up the nomination of Loretta Lynch. I'm extremely poignant about this. In fact, there were 3 Republicans that voted for her out of the subcommittee. Orrin Hatch from Utah, Jeff Flake from Arizona, and Lindsey Graham from South Carolina. Now, it hasn't come up on the full floor, so we got a chance. And this is where I need your help, is to call Senator Flake's office and tell him that it's important for him not to vote for Loretta Lynch. Here's your battle cry. She might have been a very good U.S. attorney. I will give that to her. I have nothing but to believe otherwise. But in her affidavit or in her auditioning, she never once upheld the constitutional obligation that she would be under, to uphold the Constitution and the rule of law. She is not to interpret the law, she is to uphold the law. When it comes to writing the law, it comes back to the legislative branch. She doesn't serve the pleasure of the president, she serves the pleasure of the Constitution. One of the powers that we have is of confirmation. There should be no more confirmations at all until the president starts complying. The other part of this that you'll hear about is, well, Congressman Gosar must like Eric Holder. No, I don't like Eric Holder. In fact, I'm his worst nemesis. Does anybody know what the Vaughn Index is? Has anybody heard about the Vaughn Index? Go on the internet and turn up the Vaughn Index. This is about Fast and Furious. Remember all the documents that the president gave executive privilege over? They had to provide an index, like privileged information between Eric Holder and his wife Sharon, like privileged information between Eric Holder and his mom that shows his direct contamination to the information and cover-up of Fast and Furious. Anybody watched our Attorney General get hot over the last couple press reports? You know why? Go back and read them. He's involved. He wants out. The way that I always have fit my way I was taught is when you've done wrong, you face the music. So let's keep him on the kettle. Let's put the water boiling, and he'll hang himself. That's how we handle it. And if he chooses to resign, the president will do this without an attorney general. Think about it, folks. Seriously, this is no laughing matter. We are in desperate times because we have a president that we've never seen before. When Jonathan Turley makes a comment, we have been building an executive power since Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Both sides, stronger and stronger and stronger, culminating with this guy taking us to a constitutional tipping point. But they had a partner, a dance partner, that did this hand in hand with them. Who was it? Congress. Congress was giving this away willy-nilly, and we allowed it to happen. So are you going to fight for something or fall for everything? Fight. It's time to fight. And we need strategy. That's why it's smart to have strategy. Let's go do it. Isn't this a golden opportunity? Because I think Shane and Randy said exactly the words. This is a magical time. Because when it's least, when there's an atmosphere of least despair, is it a golden opportunity for the biggest change. So run with it, grab it. You were born for this time. Thank you. So let's take some questions.